Hello friends, here we are again with NCERT Chapter 11 Transportation in Animals and Plants Part 2 for Class 7. What is excretion? When our cells perform their functions, certain waste products are released. These are toxic and hence need to be removed from the body. The process of removal of waste produced in the cells of the living organisms is called excretion. The parts involved in excretion forms the excretory system. Here we will see the different parts of the excretory system. This is the kidney. We have two kidneys. Then there is the ureter, which joins the kidney to the urinary bladder. This is the urinary bladder. Then we have the urethra and the urinary opening. Now we will study the different organs of excretory system in detail. Kidneys are a pair of bean-shaped organs. The waste which is present in the blood must be removed from the body. When the blood reaches the two kidneys, it contains both useful and harmful substances. The useful substances like glucose, amino acids, salts, etc. are absorbed back into the blood. The waste dissolved in water are removed as urine. Each kidney consists of a large number of coiled tubes called nephrons. The nephrons are the functional units of the kidney and help in forming urine. They filter out excess salts, urea and water from the blood. The next organ is the ureters. They are a pair of tube-like structures that connect the kidneys to the urinary bladder. Urinary bladder is a large elastic muscular bag-like organ that helps to store the liquid waste in the form of urine temporarily. Urethra is connected to the urinary bladder on one side. On the other side, it opens outside through a small opening which helps in passing out urine. An adult human being normally passes out 1 to 1.8 liters of urine in 24 hours. The urine consists of 95% water, 2.5% urea and 2.5% nitrogenous waste. Sometimes presence of abnormal constituents in urine indicate the person is suffering from some disease. Some of the examples are as follows. When glucose is present in urine, it indicates the disease diabetes mellitus. When excessive water is present in urine, it indicates the disease diabetes insipidus. When blood is present in urine, it indicates some tumor, infection or damage of kidney. Hence, urine also acts as an indicator to find out other illnesses. You might have noticed that doctor sometimes asks you to go in for urine tests. So this is how the urine indicates the disease. Dialysis. Sometimes a person's kidney may stop working due to infection or injury. As a result of kidney failure, waste products start accumulating in the blood. Such persons cannot survive unless the blood is filtered periodically through an artificial kidney. This process is called dialysis. Sweating. In addition to kidneys, skin also helps in eliminating waste from our body. Excess of water, urea and salts are excreted through the sweat glands present in the skin. These are excreted in the form of sweat. Sweating also helps in cooling our body when the temperatures are high. Sometimes during summer, you might have seen white patches formed on our clothes, especially in areas like underarms. Do you know why? These marks are left by salts present in the sweat. After studying the human excretory system, now we will see excretion in other animals. Different animals have different mechanisms of excretion depending on the availability of water. In aquatic animals like fishes, the excretion takes place through gills and kidneys. The waste of aquatic organisms is mainly in the form of ammonia, which directly dissolves in water. Such organisms are called ammonotelic organisms. Some other organisms such as insects, reptiles and birds excrete semi-solid nitrogenous waste in the form of uric acid. They are called uricotelic organisms. Human beings and other mammals living on land excrete urea as a major nitrogenous waste. They are called ureotelic organisms. Now we will see how the transportation of substances takes place in plants, which is done mainly through the vascular tissue. We all know that water and minerals are taken from the soil through the roots and the root hairs. Okay, so these need to be transported to the leaves. This is done by the vascular tissue called xylem. The food which is prepared by the leaves also needs to be transported to different parts of the plant. This is done by vascular tissue called phloem. Here we will see how the transport of water and minerals takes place. Now plants absorb water and minerals with the help of roots. The roots have root hair which increase the surface area of the root for the absorption of water and minerals dissolved in water. You can see the root hairs here. The root hairs increase the surface area. Now plants have pipe-like vessels to transport water and nutrients from the soil. The vessels are made up of special cells forming the vascular tissue. A tissue is a group of cells that perform specialized function in an organism. The vascular tissue for the transport of water and minerals in the plant is called xylem. You can see water travels up the trunk. The xylem forms a continuous network of channels that connects roots to the leaves through the stem and branches and thus transports water to the entire plant. Now you might want to know how the water from the soil enters the cells of the root. This is done through the process of osmosis. Osmosis is the process of transfer of water molecules through a semi-permeable membrane from the area where there are greater water molecules to the area where there are smaller number of water molecules. In our case, the amount of water outside the root hair, that is in the surrounding soil, is more than that is present inside the cells of the root. Thus, the water molecules move from outside soil into the root hair via osmosis. From the root hair, the water molecules move to the xylem, from where they are transported to the leaves through the stem. You may wonder why mother sometimes puts lady's finger and other vegetables in water if they are somewhat dry. How does water enter them? Now you know this happens due to osmosis. Now once the water and minerals are transported from the roots to the leaves through the xylem, the leaf prepares the food for the plant. This food prepared by the leaves is transported to all parts of the plant through the vascular tissue called the phloem. Phloem forms long tubes for transportation of food from the leaves to the other parts of the plant by a process called translocation. Phloem tubes are also called sieve tubes. Translocation can occur in both upward and downward directions, whereas movement of water in xylem can only happen in the upward direction. You can see here the water and minerals move through the xylem only in the upward direction, while the food prepared by the leaves, which is transported to the phloem, can travel both in upward and the downward direction. What is transpiration? It is a process of losing water in the form of vapor from the aerial parts of the plant, mainly the leaves, due to the heat of the sun. A lot of water is absorbed by the roots for photosynthesis. However, all of this water is not utilized. The excess water evaporates through the stomata present on the surface of the leaves by the process of transpiration. Transpiration creates a suction pull, the same that you produce when you suck water through a straw. which leads to pulling up of water from the roots to great heights in the tall trees. This process is called ascent of sap. Transpiration also helps in cooling the plant. Sometimes when the rate of transpiration is more than the rate by which the roots absorb water, the plants lose excess water. This results in drooping of flowers, leaves and stem of the plant. This is known as wilting. Do you know why plants absorb a large quantity of water from the soil and then give it off by transpiration? This is because transpiration creates a suction pull, the same that you produce when you suck water through a straw, which leads to pulling up of water from the roots. Thank you for watching the video. If it has helped you in any way, please like the video and subscribe to our channel for more such videos. Thank you.